Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your roundup day. So today we're going to be looking at the last cards for the week. I have the card of Thinking of You, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. So these two cards right here, they're kind of painting a picture of oof, right? One of them is a temporary blockage and the other one is a burden of some sort. I feel that the first card actually gratefully, because it shows up, is kind of giving you that message right away, Pisces. Thinking of you, a loving thought, and serendipity. In other words, it's saying that everything that you're going through here, Pisces, this week, everything that you've maybe snagged on this week, they're letting you know that, first of all, a loving thought is that everything happens for a reason. Serendipity means that, right? Everything happens for a reason. And it's even shown as, it's even defined as good luck or fortune. It's like, what's serendipity? She got the job she applied for. What's serendipity? You stepped in a pile of doo-doo this week. And I feel that we talk more about the good luck of things when, in essence, sometimes the trials that we have to go through are good luck, okay? They're good fortune. You just didn't reap it yet, but it will show up in your lifetime, right? If I look back on my life, Pisces, where I was a square peg in a round hole for most of it, where I felt completely out of touch with everything, thinking sometimes, what am I even doing on this planet? I feel so out of place. Got me to this point in life where I could share some of this wisdom with you, to tell you these words right now of how I felt, so that somewhere, somehow, other people in the world would go, I know how that felt. I'm not alone. Of course not. None of us are alone. We all have a specific thing we need to do. It's like telling you, Pisces, that you belong. You always did. You just never saw it. You have your place in the world. You have your journey to have. You don't belong on another planet. In fact, you're supposed to be here more than anybody. Okay? Or as I should say, as much as anybody else. So, a loving thought. Serendipity. The glitch you had this week, that blockage that stopped you from seeing, from maybe feeling what you needed, that burden that you felt, it's going to serve you well. And I think that's the big message, okay? That's the big message. So, let's see. I'm going to put these aside here because we're going to do this reading this later on this afternoon. But we're going to start off with Spirit giving you all the love, okay? Because that's what I feel. I feel all the love. This card actually speaks of, as well, past loved ones, ancestors, spirit guides. Talking about the fact that we like to think that we have to think of them for them to be part of us or be with us, when in fact space and time is something we create as humans. There is no separation. I love that. That there is no separation. It's got the number 29 at the top, which is number 11. For me, it's 1111 is the spirit number, and we have opportunity. I love this card. I love that it ended with this card of opportunity. So beautiful. You have the moon again, which has been showing us illusion, but this illusion is bringing in the opportunity for you to clear that up, okay? Also the opportunity for you to open the door on something else in your life, on how to really break down the barriers that are keeping you held up, okay? Forgiveness is usually one of them. It's one of them. We have sometimes a hard time to ask for forgiveness, but we also have a hard time receiving forgiveness. And as I said before, forgiveness is not saying, yes, I really can't stand you, but I'm going to forgive you and let you back into my life. No, that isn't it at all. It's to get rid of that terrible feeling, that harboring of negative energy that comes associated when you think of a situation or a person, okay? If you can really put love in your heart and really truly forgive it, knowing that it doesn't mean that your brain fell out of your head, that you're not going to let this person hurt you again, but understanding that your energy really needs this cleansing, then you're all good. And by the way, if you're triggered by forgiveness, it's probably too late now, but this is probably not a video for you, and probably the whole week's videos are not for you. And I'm saying this just because I know that some of us are ready to jump in. We're ready for new things. We're ready to open up to things. And some of us, well, this is just not a part of our journey just right yet. And that's all right too. That's all right too. Okay? So, all right. Beautiful Pisces. I'm glad to be getting off of this subject, I'm hoping, for next week. But I am also very grateful that we have broached this at this time, because I know it took me a long time to forgive some people. Oh, years and years and years, okay? So that's why I understand. We're all different parts. Would I have done it earlier? Yeah, I think so. Not for them, for me, because it rents space in your energy field that I could be using for other things. I now realize that when I get rid of a negative, I want to fill it up with something positive, and then I walk around shining a brighter light. So, just letting you know. So this is a great opportunity, and I feel that all speaks to what I'm speaking about now. The opportunity of cleansing your energy field to fill it with something more. Okay? So if you took that opportunity, I'm very grateful. If not, there's still time, and no worries, right? You can write this stuff down. You can keep it with you. You can say, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing to cleanse my energy field. So I like to thank this beautiful deck, The Witch's Wisdom, also the author, the creator of this deck, because it is I use it mostly as an oracle because I found it a little different than the original tarot, but this week they really wanted me to expand, and yeah, it's not difficult to read with at all. See, so I put blocks. In other words, this was also a lesson for me. I didn't know before I started the readings, but sometimes we put blocks in a way that we think are going to be there, but you know, Spirit is a big advocate of kind of whispering in your ear and saying, just try, okay? Stop saying things that may or may not happen. How will you ever know if you don't try? Okay? So I've tried and succeeded. This has been a wonderful adventure. So there you go. Rebirth. Right away. There it is. Okay. And that's, of course, the Death card. And then you have Judgment. Beautiful. And you have the Nine of Earth. Okay, I'm going to pull it out a little bit there so that you guys can see. These are very big cards. That's the only thing. Alright, and Messenger of Earth. Like, all of these we've had this week, so this is the second time around for them to come out. Which in essence is kind of good, because it puts a great big... you know, it sticks everything together. And another way, I find it sad because I wish I could see every card in this deck. But that's okay. That's okay. There will be more opportunities. So, the Death card. Definitely a rebirth. Initiation. I love that because it's like judgment. It's the Judgment card. And it's saying, what do you release? What you don't really need. I feel that there's a whole bunch of animals here stealing your stuff. But are they spiritually stealing your peace? Okay, I feel like I said all week, I feel like sometimes things happen for a reason. Even my guides, I got a message from them saying, be your own guide. Stop asking us. That's my journey right now. I'm arguing with my guides who are, in a way, on strike with me. Not here, not for you guys, but for me personally. They just won't communicate. They're telling me, it's time for you to do the work. You have everything you need. You don't need to lean on us for anything. Just do it. And it's kind of but I always love leaning on you. You're like my team. And they're going, yeah, but this is a time it's like, it's time for you to do the test without cheating, without looking at the book, right? You know you can do it. You don't need this much help, you know? So try arguing with guides. It's a whole lot of fun. I highly suggest it. Plus they get very amused at you, okay? It's not that they're not there. They're absolutely there. But they're telling you that you won't fall. And for my case, they're telling me you won't fall. Okay? You may be in a winter situation. I love this because, again, you're seeing the winter here, right? This cold, ugh, you know, although I wouldn't mind it right now. It's freaking hot. But you may feel like you're at the lead of the pack by yourself, Pisces, but you're not. You have a bunch of resources. You do have things that you can lean on and look at and help you with it. You have the help of, to me, that beautiful buck is spirit. It's that beautiful energy that follows you. And like the thinking of you card is saying, even though that sometimes you think you have to physically think or feel, even though my guides are not talking, it doesn't mean that they leave. They will never leave. They will always be part of me. It's just like somebody giving you a little bit of silent treatment, right? You can't hear them. You can't, you know, it's like saying, I'm not talking to you. I'm still walking with you, but I'm not talking to you. You're walking and talking and doing for yourself, Pisces. And so am I. And why? Why do they want us to do that, Pisces? Because they want us to take the lead in our lives. They want us to be accountable for our lives. You can't always rely on everybody and everything for an answer to things. You have to follow your own guidance. You're so strong within yourself, but we don't give ourselves enough, what do you call that? Self-assurance. We don't have enough self-confidence sometimes. Okay? So they're taking away from you so that you can go out on your own and find what you need. And that's an opportunity, right? So that you can contact people, ask for forgiveness, ask for help. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Absolutely. Oh, that goddess of earth. She's one scary, hairy card, I tell you, you guys. But she's resources. Look at that 5 of earth. And the goddess of water. Okay, so let's look at these. This one is new, the 5 of earth. You see the skeleton of the hair, and you said baby hairs, but you see also the light here, Pisces, okay? So, again, I feel the rebirth coming in. There may be death to some things, but there's new opportunities for others, okay? These babies have a chance. There is another hair going by, so there's a great chance that in that sigh of death, I feel that it's really saying that for some things are finished, okay? Some things have ended, for sure. It may be relationships. It may be the end of you carrying and harboring that energy I was talking about. But you have all the resources. Again, they're not following you around, but you have the resources within yourself. You have the Queen of Earth. You have everything you need. I was talking about that yesterday. You don't suddenly lose all the knowledge you have just because you're faced with a new situation. You're faced with a new situation with the whole bag of experience and knowledge you've had from before. So don't forget that. You're not as powerless as you think. This is, again, the card of opportunity showing up. And the goddess of water is, it's up to you to spread it out, okay? These babies, this baby, it's up to you to go out and go get those opportunities, all right? Absolutely. Oh, of course, the Star. There it is again. Come out a lot this week. Yeah. The Justice card and the Seven of Earth. Okay. So yay, couple new cards. Let's back this up a little bit, Pisces, so we can see. All right, so you have the Star card again. This beautiful card of emerging from the murky depths. That's the only way I see it this week. I feel, let's see if there's anything else I can see here. There's definitely water being replenished, giving me the impression of that Ace of Cups. And even in her loneliness here, you have the bird and the fish underwater. You can barely see it, but it's here. This is, and you have the dragonfly. So talking about people who have passed, you have a lot of resources available to you in this card. Okay? Even if it's at a moment of these things right here. This is what I'm feeling. Okay? It's like emerging a little bit depleted because you're, it's not something that is fun for you. Okay? And it's so funny because this is the Star card, and the Star card in the regular tarot feels completely different than in this deck. In this deck, it feels like a moment of reflection. It's like emerging and realizing, like, oh, what's that around me? What's my journey? What's shining up there? What's trying to get my attention? I've been under for a while. What's trying to get my attention? My intuition, my guides, the replenishing opportunities around me. What's going on? There's the trees and the beautiful roots coming down on each side. I feel so much from this card. And I feel that's you, Pisces. You have balance, which is justice. This is one of the cards that is actually the same as, the number is the same as the deck. And, let me see. She is picking, again, berries. It looks like blackberries, but you have the bear here again, also wanting to feed. Teaching the younger one how to do it. This elder is teaching how to balance things out. Okay? How you leave enough for the animals, yet pick some for yourself. And that comes from people who know how to balance in the world, okay? Right away with the Justice card, what I'm feeling is that this week, even though feeling completely out of balance, you're going to feel more in balance. Why? Because it's putting things that were out of balance in balance, okay? Like I said, when you carry that negative energy, it kind of shifts the scales in a way that you don't even realize. You're compensating on the other side, when all you really need to do is deal with the negative side. Okay? Just look at it and go, I didn't want to look at it. But if you do, you're going to be able to fill your scales with different things. It won't have to be all negative and all positive. You can, get rid of a lot more. It doesn't have to always be such heavy energy. Negativity is heavier energy than positivity. Okay? That's why when you're sad, you feel low, you feel heavy, you feel burdened. Okay? When you get rid of negative energy, let's say on one part of the scale, it frees it up to put a lot more positive, because positive is uplifting. Positive lifts you higher. It's lighter. So you can put 2, 3 positive things for that one negative thing when you want to do that. When you want to clear your caches, Pisces. Okay? And then you have the Seven of Earth. Always the card for me of assessment, right? And that's what I was doing. That's what I was explaining to you. And that's what they want you to do as well. Assess how much that negative energy is sucking the life out of you. Do you want to reinfuse yourself with a lighter, brighter energy? I think you do. I think you do. So Pisces, at the end of this week, what do you think you've learned? What do you think? Is there anything here that helped you in any way? Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have somebody who's a smart aleck. They're a one-time onus who goes, no, nothing at all. But for the ones that I love and know, please let me know in the comments if there was something in here that you could grasp onto that maybe you hadn't really thought about in a while or at all, that'll help you put some things to rest, to help you find a new way to, bound into the opportunities, if you will. I hope so, Pisces. I hope so. Anyway, this is it for me. I'm going to come back and look at the Wands and the Two of Swords. Tomorrow we're doing the new moon in Gemini. We're also doing the new week in review. So I hope I see you there. I will see you later on today. Love, light, and blessings, beautiful Pisces. Bye for now.